Well, good morning everyone. Bob and I are out to the west coast again, and we're out near Amphitrite Point, or lighthouse, which is right near the town of Ukulele. So we hope to have some great shots to share with you. It was a huge storm last night, and so the waves are high today. Perfect day for storm watching. But get out of the wind, walk through the forest. It's like a tunnel. Bob and I have come down to a different beach. It's right near Wickaninish. Very beautiful, big open surf beach. And we're at the section now called South Beach, which we've never been to before. I really want you to try and see this. This is sea foam that's been washed up by these big waves. Look at that, it just looks like whipped cream. It's amazing. So dangerous. Here we come out at another cove on South Beach, moving away from the water. Look at that wall of water coming in. Oh my goodness, I'm going to move off the beach a bit. Glad I moved up. I don't know if you're familiar with rogue waves, but they can occur at any time, even when the water is really calm. And suddenly, beside you can be a huge wall of water, which has the power to strip you right off the land. So when you're around the ocean, I learned at a very early age, I was told to always keep my eye on what's coming. One day I didn't, and I was knocked flat, but I didn't get swept away. So, very respectful. Well, folks, if you ever want to feel what your rightful place in the universe is, spend a day out watching storm surge waves. Good morning once again. Here we are, our second day, and what a difference a day makes. Yesterday was windy, sunny, and cold. Today it's just 2 degrees Celsius, and it's snowing lightly. We've just come down the trail to a place called Tonkin Beach, which is just outside of Tofino. A more sheltered beach than the beaches we were at yesterday, sheltered by the islands off the coast here. We're going to follow a trail through the forest, come out at a few tiny beaches, and our goal is to end up at Middle Beach. Well, we're going down another trail to yet another beach. One of the things you can say for this area is there is a lot of variety in the kinds of beaches that you can find within a very short distance. So there's a beach here for everybody. It's just a little cove, and when the tide is out, there's actually some nice sand down here. Okay, we've been following the trail for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we've come to the back out to a sandy beach this time. Now we're going to find our way back out. We're just back at Tonkin Bay, and we're going to now head up the last piece of trail back to the car. I think our walk was probably about an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 by the time we're done. Just a perfect way to spend the morning. The weather held, and it's actually a bit warmer. Or maybe we're just warm because we've been walking so much. So. Well, good morning. Here we are, day 3 and another hike. I want to show you where we are. This is South Beach at Wickaninnish, where we watched the storm come in just 2 days ago, and these logs were bashing around and dancing around out in the surf. This whole beach was covered in the sea foam. Talk about a night and day transition. So this is another new trail for Bob and me. We're going to hike overland up, I think it's a 2-kilometer hike to Florencia Bay. It's kind of dark in here. We're in the forest, and it's a 1.9-kilometer inland trail. So get started with some stairs. Some rather old ones. This is an endless trail of boardwalk and stairs, which is better than mud, so I'm not complaining. This appears that this boardwalk, I'm wondering if it goes all the way. Quite often in the parks, these boardwalks are built because people trekking with thousands of feet over the years through the forest destroys a lot of really fragile flora, and also a lot of the areas are very wet and boggy, and so what would happen is that the trails, people are always trying to stay away from the center of the mud bogs, and so you go wider and wider and you destroy more and more of the habitat here. So even though it seems like an amazing thing to have this boardwalk, it's really not so much for us. It's for the preservation of the park itself. Although I must say, I don't mind that it's level, just lots of steps. This is an example of an old corduroy road, where logs were laid through the swamp, through the bog, which is what this is, and it allowed wheeled vehicles to be able to get through the bog without sinking. I don't know how many years ago this was put down, but it's quite a long time ago. These trees stay quite stunted. They don't grow really big in here. We've come out of the forest, and this is Florencia Bay. What a perfect winter day to be here. So just going to walk along the beach, maybe stop and make some lunch in a little while. This is just a fabulous day. So glad we did that. Okay, I think this is home. I'm going to set up here, but we're just going to use the stove today, the solar light, and make a drink and have some lunch. So if this is the kitchen, living room with a view. Just wait for the water to boil and start making something hot to drink. Perfect day in February. What a perfect way to spend an hour sitting on the beach, having a hot lunch, just watching the waves. It's wonderful. And it's starting to cloud up, so I think our timing was absolutely perfect. Well, what a wonderful 3 days we've had here in February. We got out for great hikes every day. I don't think you can ask for more than that. Just wanted to say thank you for joining us on this wonderful little getaway that we've had on the west coast of Vancouver Island. I hope that you enjoyed some of the wonderful scenery that we have here, all of the amazing and wonderful beaches that are available to us to explore. See you next time.